Everybody experiences depression. It's just a matter of how much and how intense it is. Sometimes it's in the winter blues. That comes in when the snow hits and it's gray and we just struggle to see sunlight and joy at times. Sometimes it's around holidays. And it can be a matter of bad experiences with your family. You've lost a loved one around the holidays. Sometimes you just hit low points in life. We think of depression as this intense thing. You can't get out of bed for weeks and weeks and weeks at a time, and you're suicidal or there's self-harm. But there's also another end of depression, which is just a struggle of sadness and loneliness. And it makes it difficult to move forward, to feel joy, or to engage in tasks like you want to. It's just the precursor of something maybe more intense, or it could be a momentary blip in your life. Either way, the question is, can we fight depression? Can we do something on our own without depression medication to improve our lives, whether it's intense or it's little? And we all experience depression at some point, and the answer is yes. So in this video, I have 3 tips for you of how you can fight depression in your daily life without medication. My name is Tyler, and I operate a mental health practice called Archangel Catholic Counseling. And I want to make sure that you have the tips, the tricks, the understanding of what it means to have good mental health, and that can fit into your Catholic faith and you can pursue sainthood. Now, as a disclaimer, for these 3 tips around depression, these are not cures, nor am I saying that medication is bad. Having a good psychiatrist on board to help you understand what kind of medications can be helpful is really, really important. By no means am I denouncing that. But there are some things you can do easily in your life before you get the medication or to help with it. They're not cures. They're like Band-Aids. If it was enough, if one of these tips is enough for you, then you kind of just had a scrape on the playground, and that's okay. A Band-Aid worked. If you need something more intense, this will just help the bleeding stop until you can get to help. So don't confuse this with a cure, and don't think I'm demonizing medication, but these are just 3 simple tips that we can use going forward with our depression. Tip number 1 is simple, and it's to exercise. Now, before you click away, because that's something a lot of people don't want to hear, it can be difficult, and people just don't like to exercise. It's hard work. Let me explain. Exercise has been shown in various studies to be as effective or more effective than medication when it comes to depression. Now, everybody's different. There's various reasons we experience depression. Medication may be something you need, and there's nothing wrong with that. Exercise is critical though, and it can do a huge amount of work for you in your depressive symptoms. But I don't just mean go get on the treadmill for an hour a day. I don't mean get Dave Goggins about it or to go lift weights 10 times a week. I mean, that's cool if you can do that. What I am saying is play. Exercise and play is specifically the kind of work that will help your depression. So find a way to play a sport. Maybe it's something you do on your own, or maybe it is a team sport. Maybe there's a rec league. It doesn't have to mean you're burning 1,000 calories and you're getting your beach body, but it can mean that you're getting out with other people, you're playing a sport, you're moving your body, and you're having fun. Some people have fun going to the gym and lifting weights, or just going for a run. That's great. If that works for you, do it. But focus on play. Focus on fun. Start adding exercise 2 or 3 times a week, even if it's just a pickup game of basketball with a bunch of other people. That's fine. Doesn't have to be intense. Make it fun and make it moving. And that will have a lot of help in your depression. So tip number 1 is exercise through play. Tip number 2 is to build an easy, immediate win into your morning. And this is for when you're struggling to get out of bed. I've heard people call this bed rot, and it's when you just can't get out from under the covers. Maybe you hit your snooze 100 times. Maybe you go in and out of sleep. Maybe you just lay there. For some people, they stay in bed all day long. For other people, it's just a little longer than they should, but they can't seem to get themselves out. And this goes beyond just feeling comfortable in warm covers. This is something different. They've really struggled to get going in their day, and that happens consistently. So what you do is you build in a win. So for example, maybe you really love a warm cup of coffee. Well, you've pre-ground the beans the night before. It is ready to go. And so first thing in the morning, you can drink that cup of coffee. Or it's to step outside in the early morning sun for just a minute, or to start with a book you want to read for 5 minutes. Pick what it is, build a small win in. It may be something you already do, but it's about building it up in your mind, about going to bed saying, I can't wait because I'm going to get up and have that warm cup of coffee. I'm going to get up and have that bowl of cereal, and it's my favorite cereal, something. It may feel regular, but make it a ritual and something you look forward to. So tip number 2 is to build a win into your morning so it's easier to get out of bed, something you look forward to. Tip number 3 is to observe your negative thoughts and remember they're not who you are. When you struggle with negative thoughts, and that creates a cycle of things, whether it's self-deprecating or just depressive in some way that you're struggling to find a way to think positively and to move in life, observe your thoughts. Like sitting on a park bench, watching people go by, kids playing on the playground, couples on a walk, someone walking their dog, they're all just your thoughts, the clouds in the sky. Let them come, observe what it is, and recognize it's just a thought. Let's say it's a negative thought, a thought of anger, or a thought of hopelessness. Just recognize, oh, I'm having a thought of hopelessness. I am not hopeless, but I'm having a thought of hopelessness. And if you can begin to catch even 5% of your thoughts in the day, that would be huge. Start with 1%. Just try to catch one thought in your day. Just one. And then get to 2, get to 3. And you'll build a habit of actually all of your thoughts being something outside of who you are in your identity and just something you're experiencing in your brain. So tip 3, is to observe your thoughts instead of identifying with them. To bring these 3 tips together, first, exercise through play. Second, build a win into your morning so it's easier to get going, something normal, but make a deal of it and make sure it's sacred in your morning routine. 3, observe your thoughts like they're people walking by in the park. They're just thoughts and feelings you're having. They're not who you are. 3 very easy tools to put in your tool belt when you start to feel depressed. Maybe it's over some kind of rejection in life. Maybe it's seasonal depression when it gets gray and cloudy and wintry. Or maybe it's from a past experience coming up around a certain day of the year. Or maybe you're just struggling and you don't know why. Put these 3 tools into play and let it ease the burden a little bit. At Archangel Catholic, we want you to have what you need to live fully alive and free to pursue sainthood, and mental health is a crucial part of that. We have a video up here about how to fight anxiety with 3 tips. Little things you can put into play to ease your life a little bit. If you need help though, if these aren't enough and you need professional guidance, reach out. Find a good Catholic therapist in your area. You can go to find us at archangelcatholic.com, but know that your mental health is critical and you deserve it. You have a right to good mental health and support. Thank you. See you in the next video.